we were invited to Nick's QTAC for FAL.
Very early in the morning.
To watch a high power stationing operation. I don't know whether anybody went. That was
a bit too early. Bit too early, I think.
Was it too early?
Was it 1 o'clock or something like that in the morning?
Was it? Oh,
yeah.
Right. So didn't anybody go?
I don't know.
No. Okay. It's interesting to see a station. You know, you're looking at, I don't know, probably £12,000 worth of radio equipment, something like that. It's and big steerable antennas. It's quite nice when we used it. Right, the bathing beauty station on the seafront. I felt it went very well. They seemed to be in contact with people, and we got quite a few people looking. I think Trevor did quite a bit of operating, didn't he, Trevor?
It helped me. Because I was shy of going on HF. I'd been on 2 metres, but I hadn't done HF. I was just listening. And after that weekend, I went home and went to it and did it.
Yeah. And Richard did.
Well, I thought he'd been on, so I just threw him at deep end.
What was the best DX?
Was it Asiatic Russia?
It might be Russia.
Yeah, far side of Russia.
What, up into Asiatic Russia?
Yeah, China, that sort of area. I think.
Yeah. Pretty good then. Did you feel that the antenna had done its job there, or would you do anything different?
No. Because if we'd used a single band antenna, we'd have had it. Because we were going to use 20 metres, weren't we? Yeah. And then we used 40 in the end.
I think we said we would do it basically from a language, didn't we, really? And sort of, I know that we did decide that we had to put 2 metres on, didn't we?
Yes.
And we ran 2 metres for a short time, didn't we?
On the Sunday.
I took 2 metres up on Sunday because I didn't think we were going to be up that long because the wind was getting up.
Yeah. For those that didn't go, the weather was mediocre on the Saturday, and it was appalling on the Sunday, wasn't it? You know,
yep.
I think by about 2 o'clock everybody decided that
it started raining about 1-ish,
but
wound it down.
Yeah.
So the best we did on 2 metres was the lowest upright yet.
Yeah. I think
and that would be an ideal place to do a 2 metre field day.
I was just going to say that we thought at the time that it might be worth, just hiring a chalet, when it wasn't the bathing beauties, and putting a station on up there, as a good location. But fairly well elevated to the coast, really, when you think about it. It's really on top of what were the dunes there, isn't it? So it's quite a bit.
While you're on about that, when Trevor was operating on HF, afterwards he said that he wouldn't mind doing that sort of thing again, and was asking what we'd done in the past, and that, that sort of an idea. And I told him about the fun day that we used to do.
I've got, if we finish this in time, I've brought the 2004 end of year presentation that we can run, if we get over this and do that. So I think it was generally successful, that one.
It was very good.
Really. So the year's meetings have been fairly well attended. Well done, everybody. Give yourself a...
Come on, little guy.
I mean, I should say that we've got our DX visitors here. We've got John and we've got these three gentlemen, and you all come from the other side of the skeg, don't you?
I'm this side of the scale.
Yeah, so I think you've done well. You've not missed any meetings, have you? No, you've not missed any meetings. So. The colour of the city.
That'll be on YouTube tonight.
Right. Now, that's really the end of this year, apart from the December meeting, and we're going to discuss that now. But we've got to talk about the chairman and plans for for next year. First of all, we've got to establish, do we want to stay as a group and continue to run as we have done in the past? Ideally, as a group, we run with a chairman, a deputy chairman, the secretary and a treasurer, and it ticks along like that. The chairman has a lot of autonomy in where he takes the group. He generally coordinates with the group and organises the talk programme, and also people come and they might say, we want to do the tennis show, or we want to do a chalet or something like that. And the idea is set, then people get together and the thing comes about and the event comes off, and it runs like that. In this day of litigation, wherever we appear in the public, we get the insurance problem cropping up. We need third-party insurance, and we need to do risk assessments, and somebody's got to take the responsibility of that. We can either continue as we have done and get into situations where the organisation is insured, or go under somebody else's umbrella, or inquire about getting some insurance of our own, or the other way is to become an affiliated club and be affiliated with the RSGB, where you would have to have a proper constituted committee, there'd be a membership fee, but we would have the benefit of the insurance when we do anything in the public sphere. Now, first of all, let's just think, do we want to stay as a group? Is there any advantage in going to an affiliation? Charles, as a senior member, what's your...
OAP.
I've no feelings either way, whichever way we go. All I'll just say is that to get we can't afford insurance on our own, so we'd have to go affiliated. If you go affiliated, you have to have a constitution, which the RSGB will supply. You can change it a bit, but you have to have their constitution. You have to have a subscription. The reason you have to have a subscription is because that's the only way the insurance knows who's a member and therefore who they're covering. Originally the group, Terry, Neville, myself set the group up, and Terry and I had had bad experiences with money in groups, trying to get it out of people, etc. So that's why the group was set up without any subscription. But it means we can't do any public. Now, we got away with it, we've got away with it for the last 10 years. But Neville's quite right, we can't do it now.
Why is this insurance so expensive?
I suppose because the payouts are so high. Because if we...
But I have liability insurance for our craft.
Right.
Yeah, it covers, the liability insurance covers different parts of the crafts. But, I mean, on there you have to have a risk assessment, obviously with electricity and things like that. But ours is only £30 a year.
Oh, okay, right. Well, if you
why,
feel that...
why can you not have something like that?
Okay, if that's what we want to do is to ask.
Why do you think it's so expensive? I mean, we thought it was expensive when we did the craft thing, because we've been told it was a couple of £100. But I shopped around on the internet and got...
And got third-party liability?
No, we're covered. We're covered for £1 million each.
Right, okay, well that's
me and Tina as a partnership.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Terry.
I was saying, with Visions have got our own public liability for our small group, runs out about £200 a year.
Yeah.
And that includes us when we're working outside filming or anything like that. So that's the sort of figures you're looking at £200 a year for you, have your own public liability.
So the other, what's the cost of affiliation?
I don't know.
Not right.
Well, I could say that the Modern Boating Club, during the summer months, they meet on a Wednesday evening in Queen's Park, and they've got the radio-controlled boats. The council have insisted they each have third-party insurance up to £10 million before they put the model boats on the thing. So you're always talking in the region of public liability now between 10 and 20 million pounds. You know, the thing is, if you were to sort of injure somebody who was only 5 years old and is going to live for another 70 years, you know, they might be having to pay.
Public liability, you know, with the tractor and the trailer and everything.
Yeah.
You know, that's more weight than.
How much is it?
Get electrocuted, you know.
How much is it, Lee?
A month.
Yeah.
I think I pay £29 a month.
So that's three.
That's
That's
£400
£400 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the feeling about affiliation, or do we want to sort of concentrate as a group? If we say we're going to concentrate as a group, we'll have a look at the insurance situation and...
You can get public liability for events. There's one wife that goes and does events, she gets it for that period of block.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the way she gets that one.
Mm.
So if you were going, you know, you only pay for that 5 days or in that block, and that's just how you put that, instead of paying for the whole year.
Let's just have a look if anybody wants to, if anybody's keen on the affiliation thing, if you are.
We have to talk on it for 4 hours, don't we?
Hmm?
We have to talk on it for 4 hours.
Yeah. I thought it was longer.
But nobody can remember how much it costs.
Is anybody interested in affiliating with the RSCB?
I think there is one thing you need to consider if you do get affiliated, is that membership fluctuates, goes up and down. If you